Earlier this week, it was announced that crooner Tony Bennet had passed away at the age of 96 due to a long battle with alzheimers. I always liked Tony Bennet. My dad used to listen to him when I was a kid, so it was one of the few things he listened to that I actually didn't mind. While Bennett would have one of the longest and most successful careers of any musician, starting in 1952, his career did hit a slump in the 70s that would be revived by punk rocker's son, television, more specifically MTV and late night talk shows. Today, let's talk about how this happened. Tony Bennett's career would begin in the 50s with hits like Rags to Riches and Strangers in Paradise. He continued to have success in the next decade with songs including I Left My Heart in San Francisco and The Good Life. While his career would hit a bump during the British invasion, Bennett didn't want to change what had worked for him thus far. But it wasn't a great career move, as by the 70s, he was struggling financially and dealing with addiction. While he was still headlining shows in Vegas, he hadn't had a hit since 1965, and soon enough, the federal government, more specifically the IRS, were threatening to take his house since he owed about $2 million in back taxes. Add to that an addiction to cocaine, and well, things didn't look very good for him. It was by 1979 he suffered a near-death experience when he almost drowned in a bathtub, and he needed help. His son Danny would tell the New York Times, "That was the day of reckoning. That is when he called me up. I think that was a desperate move." His son Danny was the complete opposite of his dad, who had a very clean-cut image. Danny was only 25 at the time, he was into punk rock, he had blue hair, and he had no college degree to speak of. But he did have one thing, which was a vision. His vision was that his father could still perform the same type of music, but he just needed to find a new audience. Danny would soon book his father on popular talk shows like David Letterman's, Conan O'Brien's, and The Arsenio Hall Show, and get him on the program The Simpsons. He would also appear at the 1993 MTV VMAs as a presenter. Danny would also successfully manage to get his dad a recording contract with his old home, Columbia Records. Things would start to snowball in 1991 when Bennett won 2 Grammys in a row for Perfectly Frank, which was a group of songs typically associated with Frank Sinatra, and the following year Steppin' Out, which consisted of songs introduced by Fred Astaire. Both albums would go gold, but there was another important piece of the puzzle, which was MTV. In 1994, Bennett was 68, and he would record a concert for their popular Unplugged program. Joining him in the concert would be Katie Lang and Elvis Costello, and it would be Bennett's performance of the classic Steppin' Out with My Baby that got significant replays on MTV, being sandwiched between popular bands at the time like Green Day and Weezer. Then alternative radio also started to play Tony Bennet. The Unplugged album would go platinum and earn Bennett a pair of Grammys in 1995 for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Performance and Album of the Year. Upon winning the award, Bennett would recall, "I don't believe this. I really don't believe this. This is the greatest moment in my whole musical career and the greatest moment in my life." Some other career highlights later in the decade included headlining the mud-soaked final day of the Glastonbury Festival in 1998. Then in 2014, he would record an album with Lady Gaga that was both a critical and commercial success, topping the Billboard charts. In the last 3 decades of his career, Bennett took on the role of elder statesman. Sometimes people referred to him as like the cool uncle or even a cool grandpa, who not only performed great music, but also had incredible stories to tell. That concludes today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow with another rock and roll true story.